Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. And so off the tip, it's New York. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Quincy Ace. And it's Rondo in at the 1. Knicks last season had a lot of problems here in Manhattan, and it showed all over the floor, Greg. And you played for this team. You know what it's like to play basketball in New York. Not a good record for them at home last year.
How about finishing 10-31 here and playing in front of a sold-out crowd every night? And one thing about New York, they're going to let you know when they're displeased. Worst home record in the East and second worst home record in the league.
Vujacic kicks to Lopez. The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Sacramento with the ball. Rondo kicks to McLemore. Knicks with the rebound.
And, you know, for the Knicks, there were a lot of reasons why they were bad at home. Bottom 5 in field goal percentage against at home, field goal defense, and third worst field goal percentage at home in the league.
Now here's Rondo. Cousins with a screen for Rondo. The pass to McLemore. No good from outside.
And, you know, commend the Knicks faithful. They still would sell this place out. And you have to give a shout-out to the fans for sticking through what was a very difficult year. At least it has to get better.
Here's Gay. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
The drive by Anthony and the rejection by Cousins. The 3, and Carmelo Anthony hits from deep.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Right side, Rondo. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Calderon passes to Lopez. Out to Anthony. And stolen by Gay. To the middle. The finish. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Rondo drives in. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Kings shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. Curry's checked in for McLemore. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Quincy Ace. It's tipped. It's taken away by Collison. And Bellinelli kicks to Caspi. Collison gets a wide open look. Offensive rebound to the wing right side. Again, the miss by the Kings. New York trailing. 3-on-3. Here's Williams. Kufis grabs the miss.
and he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
From the baseline. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Thomas kicks to O'Quinn. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Here's Koufos. Ball's knocked loose.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Afflalo with it. Picked up by Collison. And it's Afflalo penetrating. Four on the clock. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Darren Collison.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Knicks have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. To the middle. Stolen by Thomas. And a fast break now for New York. Here's Williams. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Kings on top, leading by just 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then it's Tony Roten. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Calderon in at the 1.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
Calderon against Rondo. Kicks to Cousins. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
You know, last season, DeMarcus Cousins had several triple-doubles, but with Cousins, he would have 20-plus rebounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists. That's amazing for a big man, for any man, as a matter of fact.
And for Cousins, those 20, 20, 10 triple-doubles are incredibly rare feat. First time, in fact, that we've seen that in the NBA since 2010.
And he was the first big man since the great Wilt Chamberlain to do it in back-to-back games. So Cousins is one of the rare big men who can do it all and has displayed that multiple times last season.
The Knicks making a switch here. Vujicic is checked in. Pass to Lopez. From 10 feet out. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Pass to Porzingis. Calderon against Rondo. Good. Calderon's got the lead. Back up to 3 now for the Knicks.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
There's the dish to Carmelo. Gay with the block. They get it back. Tries again. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Lopez. Anthony's got the lead up to 3 now for the Knicks. And there's the feed to Gay. Back to Rondo. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Gay against Anthony. The drive by Cousins. And it's blocked. And they get it back. And he gets the bucket. Koufos has got his first points in this one.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Calderon, no good.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
The drive by Rondo. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Knicks have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
And former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
And the shot is good. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Captain.
It's deflected. Calderon has the open look. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Now it's a 6-point Knicks lead. And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl Gregg on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome a battle with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's right. It was a family affair. You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Well played right there. I mean, there's no question who has the momentum.
Greg, the lead appears to be heading north, if you will.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Rondo against Calderon. Pass to Porzingis. He kicks it to Vujacic. Lets the 3 fly. No good on the buzzer beater. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Knicks lead by 6. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Just a quality performance, and you know, we do expect to see that from him, and he's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good this guy really is.
And Greg, you know how it was as the marked man when you were playing on great teams in your past. It's hard to perform when everybody's locked in on you. To be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, that's impressive.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going. And in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. And he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
The second half is underway, and here's who George Karl's got on the floor. McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. Quincy Acy out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Rondo in at the point guard position. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Gay outside. Outside for Rondo. He dishes it to McLemore. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. McLemore's got 5 points so far. Well, the Sacramento Kings weren't exactly road toughened last season, but they did have fun. have some impressive stints.
Yeah, they were excellent in terms of scoring the ball. No problem at all putting up points. Their road defense was a different story.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Curry comes in for Ben McLemore. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. Lopez dishes to Vujacic. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
And as you mentioned with the Kings, they did shoot well on the road. Top 10 in the NBA in terms of road field goal percentage. And they actually shot threes better away from home as well. So the real question for them was on the defensive side of the ball.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. And it's Caspian for Rudy Gay. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And the Kings making a change here. Bellinelli's checked in.
The Kings were only 11-30 on the road last season, guys. And being a bottom 5 defense on the road in the NBA is part of the reason for that.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just with the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Collison, the pass to Bellinelli. And another three for Sacramento.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
The kick out to Collison. Off target with his three.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
You know, we talk about needing a big three to compete for a championship, and for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. I mean, because Carmelo missed that half. And when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day. And that's really what Carmelo did.
There's the bucket. Good. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Roden kicks to O'Quinn. Now, here's Roden. He's covered by Collison. Over in the corner, Williams. Here's O'Quinn. Puts one up from 19. And that one comes up a bit short.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Collison dishes to Cauley Stein. Puts it up. Collison, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Roten, no good. The Kings trail by 8. Here's Cauley Stein. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now Roten to the inside. Williams. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Knicks lead by 8.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Cauley Stein. Good on the baseline, Jay. Cauley Stein's got 6.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
DeMarcus Cousins, Quincy Acey, Rudy Gay.
Here's Cousins. Gay passes to Bellinelli. 1 second left. It's off. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Knicks out front, up 6. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. All right, the 4th quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play.
Let's go, Knicks!
Tony Roten out there with a Flalo. Then it's Thomas. Then it's Anthony. And it's Porzingis in at center. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Anthony. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Here's Rondo. That's tipped. Roten kicks to Thomas. Wide open. No good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. To the inside. McLemore. Off target at the rim.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Anthony in the corner. And it's Anthony again missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
The pass to Porzingis. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. For the Knicks, Lopez comes in for Lance Thomas. And it's Calderon in for Tony Roten. Darren Collison, he's checked in for the Kings. And that is good. The Knicks leading by 4. And here's Calderon. Feeds it to Lopez. Pass to Porzingis. Anthony on the wing. Lopez left side. Just 5 on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot. A Flalo, no good. But they recover it. It's Gay with the drive. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
For New York, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the 1 made. Porzingis. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 4th assist in this one.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Collison kicks to Cousins. Lopez with the steal. And now, in transition, it's a Flalo. Here we go. Pass to Porzingis. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what George Karl was saying to the team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Dishes it to a Flalo. Goes up the baseline. They get it back. And Lopez throws it down.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
The Kings trail by 7. McLemore dishes to AC. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
New York calls timeout. They're up by 5. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. The drive by Anthony. Here's Porzingis. New York, no good that time either. The Kings have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Gay passes to Collison. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Stolen by Gay. Lopez against Collison. And AC kicks to Collison. He feeds it to Cousins. Gay with no one around. It's in! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
This is exactly what you can expect when you allow Rudy Gay to heat up. It's hard to keep off.
And they go to the intentional foul. Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Kings. And now we've got the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're behind by 3. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They trailed by 3. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line. And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're losing by 5. 5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
You know, you like the fight all the way to the end, but let's face it, guys, this one's over.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I really think you shouldn't be allowed to call timeouts late in the ball game if there's no chance for it to do any good on the scoreboard.
And he commits the intentional foul.
At the line.
It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
2 shots.
So it gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. No good. So it's